Glenda Mollett here. Welcome to my craft room. I'm live. Yay! And it is Thursday night. I'm just going to go over here to Facebook and make sure I am live. It says I'm live. Yay! That's a good thing. So today is Thursday, May the 1st, also known as May Day. It's not as a big a thing these days as it was when I was in school. We used to have this big May Day thing. You know, at school when I was a kid, we had the maypole and there was lots of ribbons that hung off of it, and we used to dance in and out. Hi, Janet. And you had to be grade 6 or more to be allowed to hang on to one of those ribbons and do the maypole dance. I was so excited. I was in grade 5. I remember this clear as day, sitting on the sidelines, watching all the grade 6s and 7s having fun, playing back and forth. Hello, Christine. Hello, Norma. And I thought, next year, that's going to be me, and I can't wait. Yeah, it was the last year we had the maypole. Hello, Sonia from Montreal. Bonjour, bonjour. Hello, Nadine. Susan from Sacramento. Oh, look at everybody. Oh, thank you. Sonia has liked and shared my video. Yay! I keep forgetting to tell you or ask you to share my video with your crafty friends. When I'm live on my page, you can share it. But when I'm live in my VIP group, you can't, because that's a private group. So that's Wednesdays. Hello, Wendy. So I never did get to be a maypole dancer. Does anybody else remember maypole? Hello, Anne. Anybody else remember the maypole from way back when? Did you guys have the maypole dance when you were in school? Apparently, it affected me more than I thought. But anyways, happy 1st of May. It's a new month. It's spring here on the west coast of British Columbia, Canada. And today was warm doodle. It hit 25 here today. Hello, Anne. And I went out for my walk. There was more people out walking today than I have ever seen since I started walking way back in February. They're coming out of the woodwork now that the weather is nice. But I'm still out there. I hit 7,500 steps today. Woo, woo, woo. I'm learning to keep my phone on me because I don't have one of those, those watches that track everything for you. And so it's on my phone. And if I don't have my phone with me, it's not recording my steps. So I'm learning to keep my phone on me. Hello, Nadine. You didn't have the maypole dance? It was fun. We did it outside. I remember it was bright and sunny, and the ribbons were all pretty colors, and the girls wore dresses because back in those days, that's what you did. Holly danced in the maypole dances in grade school. Oh, lucky you. I'm jealous. Okay, so tonight I have for you, I have a sunrise sailing card. Now, this is not the sunrise one that I told you I am going to do eventually. Let me check. I think I'm doing that one on Monday. What is this? May the 5th. Maybe. I don't know. I got something we're doing with it on Monday, and we're going to use sunrise sailing, and it has designer paper involved. It was around 90 here yesterday, and today is beautiful. Oh, Susan, lucky you. Hello, Nancy from Oklahoma. Oh, and did the maypole dance too. Oh, thanks, Christine. Yeah, I'm trying to get out there every day. Every day. But I usually go about 2:30 in the afternoon. I think I'm gonna have to change that and start doing mornings now that it's getting warm. Because man, I was dragging my Batinsky by the time I got back from my walk today. Okay, here's the card we're gonna make tonight. So if you look at the background, there's that embossing folder. So I'm gonna show you how to use the hybrid embossing folder. I'm gonna show you how to use it to create a stamped, embossed, and die cut um, sailboat. And this one, I had this card base sitting around, so I used it. I don't typically do cards like this, but I thought, why not? Now, tonight, I'm doing just a regular one. So, my question for you is hello, Nancy from Oklahoma. Did I say hello? Hi, Diana. Okay, so my question for you is I have it prepped in Night of Navy. How about if I do it in Secret Sea, which is the new in color? 87 degrees here feels like 95. Oh, I bet you are hot and sweaty today too, Nadine. Oh, man. It's supposed to be 31 degrees in Orlando when we're there, which is like 95-ish. Susan just got the sale stamp and die about half an hour ago when your package arrived. Woohoo! It's always a good day when your Stamp It Up package arrives. Okay, I'm going to go and get Secret Sea. I keep wanting to call it Salish Sea. And while I'm gone to get that, if you live in Canada, I have a birthday special going on until Sunday night. I'm offering 25% off dimensionals, Tombow, and envelopes, and one stamp set of your choice. Now, I was asked the other day if that includes bundles. I will give you credit of 25% of the stamp set price if you want to order a bundle. I will do that because I love you. Hang on. Uh-oh. I thought I lost my Secret Sea, but it was hiding. Secret Sea. So this is kind of a bluey black color. So I'm thinking, is that the right size? Oh, there it is. I'm thinking we'll use this instead of Night of Navy. And then you can see what the difference is between the two, because this is a lot grayer than the Night of Navy is. Nobody answered me if they want me to use this or not. So I'm going to make the executive decision to use it. So instead of dimensionals being $6 or $4.50, instead of Tombow being $8.25, it's $6.19. Instead of envelopes being $15, they're $11.25. And 25% off a stamp set of your choice. And yes, it can be part of a bundle. I will give you credit for 25% of the cost of the stamp set. So that's kind of like you're saving 25 plus almost like 10% plus almost 25%. That's almost 35% off of a bundle. If you compared to buying it individually. That's now until Sunday at midnight. But if you are going to put in an order online, I will reimburse you the difference. But I suggest you hold off until tomorrow or Saturday, because Stamping Up is giving double rewards on the 2nd and the 3rd of May. And I would love it if you got double rewards and 25% off your order for my birthday. So my birthday bash. Aw, thanks, Nadine. Okay, so I have, this is Secret Sea. This is Night of Navy. So can you see the difference? This is grayer. So which one do you think we should use for this card? And while you're deciding, I am going to take one of the 5 1/4 by 4 pieces, and we're going to run it through the embossing folder. So I have Night of Navy out, but oh, that was an avalanche. There's Secret Sea. We'll use Secret Sea. I have my Wink of Stella. I have the Sunrise Sailing Hybrid bundle. So that includes the embossing folder, the dies, and the stamp set. And then I'm going to finish it off with the in color flat jets. Secret Sea, says Carol. Hello, Carol. Secret Sea, says Nadine and Anne. Okay, we're using Secret Sea. Good choice. Good choice. All right. So we're going to run this through, and I'm using it on my card base just the way it comes out. And we're doing a hamburger card today. So I want this. I want the sailboat to be as far over to the right as I can get it because I want to leave room to put the big sailboat in there. So I've got it almost right over to where the embossing stops. And I want to make sure it's kind of straight too. And that big thump that you heard was my embossing plates falling. So I have to get there we are. It's kind of cool not having me on the screen because now you don't see my big butt when I move. The new one so we can see the difference. Yes, Secret Sea, says Janet. Holly wants the new one. Susan wants the Secret Sea. All right, we'll do in Secret Sea. So to use these hybrid embossing folders, they're exactly the same way as our thick 3D folders. You want plate 1, the embossing folder, and you always put it through hinge side first, and then page 4. All right, Diana, we will compare the two. And I'm running that through and embossing that piece for the back there. So that's just going straight onto that. Now, the next step is to make this sailboat. So I have a piece of basic white that is 3x4, and I have a note on my thing here that says cut the sails first, because when I stamp it and put it through the embossing folder, it embosses everything. So I'm not going to be able to use it afterwards to cut out the sails. So I'm going to stamp this because you stamp it first before you put it in the embossing folder with the die. So I'm going to stamp this, and then I'm going to cut out. I'm just stamping it first so that I know where I can put the dies to cut the sails out. Now, if I had the in color designer paper, we could do designer paper sails, but it wasn't on our list of what you could order for the pre-order, so I don't have it. Okay, so now I've got this area here. I'm just going to I need the little boat and I need the little sails. So we are going to take a piece of Secret Sea and we're going to cut the little boat out and we're going to cut the sails out. So put my cutting part back on my machine. Hello, Valerie. Hey, Val, how's Dave doing? I haven't asked you that for a couple of days. Hope he's still hanging in there. Okay, run these two through. And we'll just pop that out of the die. There's our sailboat. So how was everybody's day today? I know some of you said it was really warm where you are. He's hanging in. Oh, man. How disheartening for him. Did anybody get to be crafty today? I don't know whether you saw the picture I posted. I think I did it in the Creative Escapes and my VIP group. I had a bunch of designer paper cut and curled, and I'm making the super secret Spidey stuff for the Creative Escape. It's going to be fun. Okay, so now I have this stamped, and we're going to put the die on here like this. Now, it's not going to go cover the edges like it usually does. So you just have to get it in the right spot and use something to hold it in position, because when you put it into the embossing folder, it will move if you don't. Okay, let's get that. Very interesting. Oh, Valerie got her ICBC check. Ooh, ooh, good for you. I haven't had mail in like so long. I think our mailman's forgotten where my house is. Okay, so now I've got it upside down. This is the side with the Stamping Up logo. And you do exactly the same as you do to die cut it. Hang on. This is the one we did last night. Remember, we did this one last night. We die cut and embossed that piece of basic white. You do the same thing, only you put the die onto your stamped image first, so you know where you're cutting it out. And I've got it sitting in there in the track, and I'm going to run this through. And this has exactly the same sandwich now as it did when we embossed this piece. So plate 1, this, and plate 4. Hello, Norma. Oh, Norma got her check. Christine made a hydrangea for Mother's Day card. Finished the card a little bit. Oh, Christine, you make sure you stick that in our Share It Saturday so we can have a look. That sounds amazing. I didn't get the hydrangea bundle. Maybe I'll get my check tomorrow and it'll be a happy birthday present for me. Maybe I'll have to go clothes shopping again. Nadine spent the day cleaning out a closet, 1 box of clothes to go. Oh my gosh. I sprayed for weeds today. Hubby did a good job blowing the leaves off our driveway, and I sprayed for weeds. We have some weeds that are like this tall in our driveway, and they were blooming. So I figured it was time to get my Batinsky out there and get rid of those weeds. Okay, so there we are. I'll show you from the other side. You can see that it cuts and embosses that sailing boat at the same time. So when I pop that out, of course, it's going to take a little bit to get it out of there because it really squishes those Post-it pieces onto the cardstock as it goes through. But there it is. So you can't tell because of the way the stamp is, but it is embossed. You can see that. So when I put it on there, it's stamped, cut, and embossed. All right. What else do I have to do? What else? I'm done with the embossing folder. We're done with the dies. Oh, I have to cut some birds out. Let me cut out a few seagulls. This is the time of year, at least where I live anyways. I know that down in Australia, things are going towards fall, but here on the west coast of BC, we are going into spring and summer. And I know that people are spending time outdoors now. which is why I ran into so many people while I was out for my walk. It's like, holy man, people, this is my walk time. Go away. I go out there and I've started listening to podcasts while I'm out walking. Some of them are really, I like true crime podcasts. Some of them are really interesting. Then I go out for a walk and there's people and they want to talk to me. It's like, be quiet. I'm listening to my podcast. Go away. There was dogs and kids and man, I tell you. I'm putting glue on the sailboat where I'm going to put the sails, and we've got glue going on the seagulls because I've stopped using adhesive sheets because everything is so expensive. I'm trying to keep the cost of my classes and my cards down. So I've stopped using adhesive sheets. Not that I don't have them, it's that I've stopped using them. Okay, that's going to go over there. All right. We are going to put this on the card base. This weekend, I'm planting my pet tomatoes. They're going in the ground. I might go to the nursery tomorrow if I can steal hubby's truck because James borrowed my car again so he can go to his class tomorrow. So I will be carless tomorrow. But I can walk to the nursery for my walk and then call Ted to come down and pick me up when I've got everything I want from the nursery. And why did I worry about that going? That needs to go right up to the top like that. There we go. Anybody else got flowers they're putting in their garden and vegetables? My peas are up. My peas are up like this much. I can't wait. I put in 3 different kinds and sweet peas. I put in 2 rows of peas you shell, peas in the shell. And then I put in 2 different kinds of edible pod peas. And one has purple flowers, which I'm really excited to see what it looks like. Susan got her garden planted 2 weeks ago, tomatoes, zucchini, cucumbers, peppers, and melons. Oh, definitely living in a place that's warmer than where I live. It's still going down to about 6 at night right now, so I can't put my tomatoes out. I told hubby that we need to get the cold frames ready because when I plant my pet tomatoes, we're going to have to put the cold frame over them for a couple of weeks. There we are. Okay, so this is going to go, and I kind of put it over the edge there a little bit, and right about there, I think. There's that. Now we'll get our sails on our sailboat. Right there, like that. And I'm going to pop glue on the back of this. And we're going to put it on the card front. Yay, Tombow. And it's going to go right there, just like it's sailing out there in the Salish Sea. Now, I didn't do any clouds or anything because there's embossed clouds on here. Can you see them? They're pretty cool. Now, sentiment. Sentiment. Secret C. Our lows are mostly low to mid 50s this time of the year. Oh, nice. Yeah, 6 is 12, 30, 34, 35 is what we go down to at night. So it's still a little chilly out there, but it was hitting freezing a week and a half ago, so it's come up. Apparently, I made this way too big. So I'm going to stamp that. Should not be 1 by 3. Oh, I know why. Hello, Blondie. Because I use the more messages dies. Where are you, more messages dies? Ah. So this is one big die, and I love it because it's got all of these sentiment dies in here. And it's got a couple of those type. That's the one I used. That one's too big. That one's too small. Yeah, so I'm going to use this one. Oops, this one down here. And we're going to die cut that. Right. Like that. I broke down and got the stamp set. I wasn't going to get the stamp set. I just got the dies and I thought I don't really need the stamp set, but I got it anyways. So maybe there's something in here I could eat. Look at all the sentiments in here. Hi there, way to go. You can do anything. You're the absolute best. This is online exclusive. This is not in the catalog. Happy birthday. I adore you. Good luck. Forever friends. I miss you. Always there for you. Hello, you're simply incredible. Thanks a lot. Congratulations. Lots of love. Hurrah. Hooray. Oh, happy day. Time to celebrate. And a note. Oh, we could do time to celebrate. But I've already stamped this, so I'll just carry on. Calgon, take me away on the boat Glenda just made. Oh, Valerie. If I could make it happen for you, girl, I would. I definitely would. I definitely miss our sailboat a lot, especially this time of the year, because now is when we would start using it, going out for the entire weekend. And we would go down the Barkley Sound here in where we live. And we would be gone for the entire weekend. We had acquaintances, not really friends, but acquaintances who, it was a group of guys that bought one of the cabins down there. And they asked us to stop in anytime we were out there just because it's nice to have somebody popping in every once in a while, make it look like it's used. So we used to go and tie up there for the weekend, and we would be all alone out there, and it's in a nice protected bay. Oh man, we used to have some good sleepy time. That was back when I was working, and I had a job that was very demanding. And when we went away on the sailboat out the canal, there's no cell service out there. So I was out of range. It was wonderful. I would bring 4 or 5 books with me, and we would eat things like hot dogs and hamburgers and stuff that's really easy to prep. And we would just sleep and read. No music because I like listening to Mother Nature while I'm out there. It was a lovely adventure every time we went out there. But it got too expensive, so we decided to sell our boat because at that point we had young grandchildren, and we would take them out for day trips, but they weren't old enough to go out overnight, so we weren't using it enough. So we just decided to sell it. Never did get to do our big adventure that we wanted. We wanted to leave in May and travel the coast of British Columbia and come back in September. But life happened and grandchildren showed up, so that was the end of that. All right, there we go. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let's make our seagulls shiny. Should have done this before I put them on the card. Okay, now I got that song Take Me Away going through my head. Thanks, Val. That's your fault. There we go. It's not quite as exciting a card as I normally do, but it gives you an idea of how these hybrid bundles work and the different things you can do with them. Now, I do have last night's card, and I will show it to you in a sec. We're going to stamp the inside in the envelope, and I'm putting half a sailboat in the inside of the envelope, and then I have the seagull stamp. We'll put some seagulls on it. There's the inside. Most welcome. Yeah, some days, you have those songs, those earworms get in your head and they don't leave until bedtime. So don't forget, today is the last day to register for the Summer Creative Escape happening in June. If you live in Canada, there is in-person and virtual options. If you live outside of Canada, there is a tutorial only option that comes with an invitation to stamp with us on Sunday, June the 8th. The in-person one is Saturday, June the 7th, and that's here in Port Alberni. 1, 2, 3, and the inside. So it's $90, and you get 6 cards, 6 card kits, plus the video tutorials, the PDF with all the measurements, a goodie bag, the special gift that I made today. You're gonna love it. And what else do you get? Oh, if you live out of town, it includes postage for me to you with tracking. And I'm prepping now that I have the gift done, I'm prepping this week because I want to be able to put them in the mail when I get back from Orlando, or have them ready for hubby to pop in the mail, or even have them in the mail before I leave, because we are expecting a mail strike happening on the 22nd of May. And I want them in the mail, and I want them received before that. So there we go. You can see the difference between the two colors. This is Night of Navy. This is Secret Sea. There's not much of a difference in the stamping. Now, I got a new toy the other day. My white gel pen for writing on the back of dark cardstock ran out. So I had to get a new one. I haven't even started this one yet. Let me get a piece of cardstock here. I don't know how to start. Oh, there it is. Yeah, you gotta, these are like paint pens. You gotta pump them to get the color down. Come on. Does anybody use these? Extra fine tip Artistro pens? I got them off at Amazon. There it comes. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, I'm impressed. Because when you put my stamp on these dark ones, you don't see it very well. So I wanted something that I could write my name. And do the C Stampin' Up R. There we go. Perfect. Okay, winner, winner, chicken dinner. Yeah, again a strike because the month we had was at before Christmas was not long enough, right? Thank you, Christine. You have ones you got at the dollar store? Our dollar store didn't have any. I did look. They didn't have any. I looked at Staples, I looked at dollar store, I looked at Walmart. I had to go online, but I'm impressed. Shake, press, draw. Shake, press, draw. Perfect. And it came in a package of 2. Okay, there we go. We are done. 35 minutes and we are done the card. Oh, I was going to show you the one from last night. Here's the one I made last night. So this was during my Wednesday Wonder in my VIP group where I do fun folds and techniques. So we did this cool water technique last night. And you can find the video tutorial for this on my YouTube channel because it goes there too. Hello, Sarah. Yeah, this one is a good one. Sometimes you put it on there and it fades out, but that one's not fading and it's not smudging either. Thanks, Janet. Thanks, Norma. Nope, don't have your address. You're very welcome, Christine. Oh, embellishments. Thank you, Nadine. I was so excited about that pen, I completely forgot the embellishments. Okay. Oh, so we had good news on Tuesday about cloud cover ink pad. They've discovered what is causing the issue. There's a chemical reaction between the chemical in the reinker and the chemical that makes our foam pads. So if you put it onto one of our ink spots, which are not foam pads, then you're not going to get the reaction that you get on the foam pads. So they are releasing the ink, the reinker, and suggesting that we buy the 1-inch ink spots and create our own ink pads. So if you are part of my In Color Club, that's what you're going to get in September. You're going to get an ink spot and the reinker. Now, I haven't priced it out. There will probably be either a price adjustment or I'll add something extra in there. Oh, thanks, Holly. Thanks, Wendy. Okay, so I put the Secret C ones on this card. I think I'll use the cloud cover this time, just for something different. And we're going to put them in different spot. There, over there, up there, right there. Oh no, I don't like that. Oh no, 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 don't like that at all. Yuckers. There. There we go. Thank you for reminding me, Nadine. Oh, thanks, Diana. Yes, it is a relatively easy card. I agree. It's a little tricky getting this stamped and cut, but if you attach it with some Post-it tape or something, then you're going to be fine. You're not going to have an issue at all doing it. All right. So I think I put a link in the description of the video to register for the Creative Escape because you've got 4 hours left and that's it. Because tomorrow morning I start prepping. I've got a lot of cardstock to cut in the next 4 or 5 days. Wendy likes last night's the best and she's going to make it. Good. If you're enjoying my video, please remember to hit those emojis if you're on Facebook. And if you are watching on in YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel, please. And thank you. I hope you have enjoyed these cards. Now, I won't be live tomorrow. It's Friday. I will be live Saturday night with the last couple of pages of the Wildflower Birthday Scrapbook Kit. And then Monday at 4 o'clock, I'll do the last of my trilogy for the sunrise sailing. You already did? Oh, thanks, Val. You're welcome, Nicole. All right. Well, thanks so much, everybody, for hanging out with me. I do appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, your day tomorrow, your day Saturday, and I will see you Sunday night, 7:30 p.m. Pacific time for some scrapbooking fun and chit chat. And you never know what's going to come up. Thanks, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you soon in my craft room. Stampin' Smiles, and bye for now.